Hello everyone, welcome to Nerd Goblin Art. I'm Lula. I have my Grinch mould and it is still the 12 days of Christmas collaboration which is being run by Steph at Highland Homemade Crafts. I'm going to be using some UV coloured pearlescent resin. So I'm going to need gloves, which means magic. So there's only one thing we can do. Let's go play. The Grinch mould I am putting onto my Resiners dual-sided lamp, and this pearlescent type UV resin, which was very kindly sent to me by Let's Resin. I'm just going to put in where the fluffy bits of the Santa suit are placed, and I know that the Grinch is fluffy, but this is going to work out easier because of the colours I want to use. The best way to get the best of the colours out of this mould is going to be by using black epoxy, colouring my epoxy resin black. So I want to have, if you use like the whites and then you put black in, it tends to come out either silver or sometimes gold, depending on the base of that mica powder that you're using. So I'm thinking this is probably the best option for this make. And because it is a nice mold like this, it can potentially be done using just UV, but I really want to play with my the wicker, which is from the Tiny Turner, and you can get those from Wendy at Toonpish Crafts. And I also want to try out the red holographic by Let's Resin on the actual part of the Santa suit. I've not had a chance to properly play with it on a slightly bigger scale. I've only used it on small things like little roses and such, so I really want to have a little play. So I'm just burnishing in the colours, and of course if you are new to resin and burnishing in and such as that, it's important to note that whatever colour touches the mould first, that's the colour that you're going to come out with afterwards. So always bear that in mind. It's not the end of the world if you don't get a certain part right, because there are ways of fixing it later on. So this mould was one of my happy mails from Kristin, which Kristin has a channel, Apo. But I will link her down below. She very, very kindly sent me this mould. I think it might have been either late last year, not quite in time for Christmas, but it might have come after actually. But it was in my wish list, which is listed down below, and I've really wanted to have a play with it. And just the other day, my niece, she's 22, and she's always loved the Grinch, and she still loves the Grinch. And she asked me if I could make her anything Grinch-wise, and I was like, oh, yes, actually I can, and I can even make a video out of it. So there we go. So I was just getting rid of any extra powder in there, and as I said, this is the red holographic from Let's Resin. I did buy these myself, by the way, so I've not I've not been sent them. I bought them because they're products that I really do like using. And this red, when I have used it on smaller makes and put in, I believe I've only used it for roses. I'm pretty sure on that, and they came out absolutely beautiful. But it's also nice using it on a slightly larger scale like this compared to the roses, so you can really see how good it is. Of course, the reds are probably the hardest colour. It is in, I think, across the board in general. getting a good red, and that could be in acrylics, can be in watercolour, and obviously in micas, and not just mica powders but also pigment pastes. So it's always great to see how good they do, they do fare with the resin. I'm using craft resin today. It's a 1-to-1 epoxy, and I've made it plenty because I do have other moulds I want to make up. And this is a mould I made last year, and it is Krampus. And since I'm doing the Grinch, I figured, you know what, let's do Krampus as well. But I didn't feel the need to film myself burnishing that one in, because I did make a video on him last year. If you're hearing a pussycat meowing, it's Bilbo. It's been a while since he's featured, but I've pushed the door slightly, and apparently he doesn't know how to get in. We've had this conversation before, haven't we? So Krampus, he's a favourite bit of a folk tale, interesting one where, he takes all the naughty children and puts him in his basket on his back. He apparently hits them with a branch, and some say that he also eats those naughty children. So I'm all in for that, So I'm giving them a good tap. They're not completely full at this point, but I did put the resin through my debubbler, and I'm using my long neck lighter as well, just to pop those bubbles as they're coming up. If you saw as well, I was trying to pour the resin as well as I could, because those plastic cups aren't always brilliant because they don't come with funnels really. I really do want to start using more of the reusable cups, but they're a bit troublesome when it comes to measuring more accurately. So I'm going to look into getting some better quality ones really. So I was trying to pour when I first started. I tried pouring in a thinner stream just to get down into those details of the moulds, especially with the Krampus mould. Now I found the Krampus, it was like a Christmas decoration. I found it on Temu, and I just didn't like the colours of it. So that's why I made my own mould, and I thoroughly enjoy creating my own version with different colours and such as that. But there's a lot of detail in that as well, especially where the fur is concerned. So it's always worth taking those few extra moments to give them a tap, to give your resin a little chance to breathe as well, and degas on its own. You can use your debubblers. I definitely needed to use the debubbler because of how cold it was. And I just didn't, I know I should be giving them warm baths, my resin, just to get them going, but the colder it is, the more bubbly your resin is. So I definitely made use of my debubbler today. But pouring in, in the thinner streams helps, because any bubbles that are in your resin can pop on the way down. And of course using your Isopropanol Alcohol, but please wear your PPE because it's not stuff you want to be breathing in. So I poured these the other day. These are page stoppers. I can't remember what the actual name is, but you put them on your thumb and they keep the pages open of your books. And as I said in my video the other day, I was making those ones specifically to give out to family members for Christmas presents. These ones I'm making specifically to go into the shop. So what I did, I got some of my dragon flakes, which are by the Tiny Turner, and I just popped them in. I burnished them a little bit, and then I added some of the glitter to the resin that I had left over. I've also got this mould. Now this is a Santa mould. I purchased him last year, and it was after Christmas, so I got him in one of the Temu sales. And I can't really remember what he looks like, and I couldn't find the link It's been a minute, and you know, obviously I've ordered very much. Oh, but while that's going on, I've had some happy mail. I've had this beautiful mould from Janet and Chris, and they have the channel The Crafty Rat, and they've wanted to cheer me up. I've been in a lot of pain. They know that I've been into hospital recently, and how gorgeous is this? It's a fairy, and I'm going to cast this today because I'm so excited to see what it is. And from another Janet is one of my subscribers as well. She's fantastic. She comes to so many of my premieres and is so supportive, and she has sent me some moulds of their pots. You can use them for candles. She's also sent me a mould for making a wall clock, and that is very, very exciting to me. It's been on my wish list, I think, since I started resin. But these are absolutely fabulous. I have a few pot moulds, but not any like these sizes, and I'm really excited to give them a try, and I am really hoping that Santa Claus brings me some candle making stuff for Christmas. And this wall clock, I have needed a new clock in my kitchen forever, and I am so going to be doing this over the next couple of weeks. And another thing from Janet, and I'm absolutely blown away. And I love getting these messages in the gift. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But I've got my very own little drilly typey thingy. It's lush. And it's pink, just as Janet has put in her note that her menfolk don't tend to touch it because it's pink. And you got all these cool little tools in here as well. Oh my goodness. Look at that. And it's mine. Mr. Goblin can keep his greedy little hand. No, he's not greedy. He's good as gold. But he can keep his mitts off it. Yeah, because this is mine. I'm so genuinely, guys. Janet and Chris and Janet, thank you for really brightening my day. I really, truly appreciate it. And if anybody ever wants to get me anything from my wish list, it is down below in the description box. I truly appreciate it. It really does. It makes my day when things like this come. So, back to the video. And why I wanted to show that is because I really wanted to cast that little fairy mould. I kind of remember what it looked like, but you know what I love fairies. I love fairies, especially little fairies with butterfly type wings sitting on mushrooms. So I'm going to be casting that one as well. But I'm very interested to see what this Santa looks like, and I'm happy casting this guy in the black epoxy, because number one, I can see if there's any like problem areas with it, and it gives me a good idea for that. And number two, if I feel like it, I could paint it afterwards, so it's a nice little project. So I put these in the G3, and just 2 hours later, just over that, they're out, and aren't these gorgeous? Now, when I was looking directly at these, they were showing up more pink than the blue, and then when I'm looking at them through, oh, there you are, there's the pink, and and it comes out of the blue as well at different directions. That the dragon flakes are absolutely amazing, and I think these will look fabulous in the shop. And because we have the bookshop upstairs now as well, I'm kind of hoping that people might want to buy them for little stocking fillers. So this is the mould that Chris and Janet sent me. Isn't she beautiful? How stunning is she? I'm so excited to do the other ones now as well, to do that clock. I can't wait to do the clock. I'll be doing that over the next couple of days, I promise. So there we go. I'm just going to demold this Santa as well, so we can check out what he looks like. I kind of got an idea in my, but you know what? thinking about it now, actually, I don't think I got him from Temu. I think I got him from Amazon. I'll have a look in my Amazon history, and if it was Amazon, I will definitely link him down below. I definitely couldn't find him on Temu, but I thought that was just me. But I suddenly had a little idea in my head that he may have been from Amazon instead. But look at him. Isn't he beautiful? I love him. I may paint him. I might. I'm not going to do it for this video, but I don't mind having little statuettes like this around either. I really quite like him. So next I'm going to demold Krampus, and this really is a cool mold. And look at him. Get you. I will be sorting out, colouring his eyes a little bit and sorting out his teeth. Yeah, Krampus with his long scary tongue, blah blah blah. And now for the Grinch. Now, it's not only my niece that absolutely adores the Grinch, it's also my mum. She's always buying stuff every year, especially from places in the UK like Primark. Whenever they come out with the fuzzy onesies and pajamas, my mum, she's nearly 76 and she loves wearing them, and I love that. I love that about her. So I'm probably going to make another one of these for my mum, but this is for Gracie May. Isn't he awesome? You can see why I love that wicker colour so much. It's absolutely perfect for the Grinch. I will colour his eyes and his nose. That red has come out beautifully. I did miss a little bit down on the bottom where the white's going to go, and I managed to get a little bit on the end of his chin, that white pearlescent. So I'm going to figure a way to fix that. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to colour his eyes, and I'm just going to be using the Arrtx acrylic marker. These are from the Sim Tap. I keep going to call her a different name, Sim Tap and Arrtx, not the horse, but Arrtx the brand. And they sent me these pens a couple of months ago, and I'm still using them. I think they're fabulous, and they've got a good amount of life in them as well, because the amount of times I've used them. And they are also linked down below, just as Resiners are, as you saw me using their lamp, and also Let's Resin's link down below for the coloured UVs, the pearlescent UVs. So please do check out all those discount codes. They are so worth having. So in the end, I've decided to put a tiny little bit of tack it all over. Again, I will link that down below. It's available. I found it on Amazon, not in Amazon, but on Amazon. Sometimes it can be a little bit more expensive for people in the UK, but sometimes it's not too badly priced. But you don't need to use much of it. It is definitely worth buying. I will say that, because it's the sort of glue that you put on and you leave it for 10 to 15 minutes and then you can stick stuff down. So it really does work, and I'm gonna give it a few minutes, and while I'm doing that, we're just gonna colour his teeth, and I've already coloured his eyes. I've just put a little bit of the black on them, and it's that simple with his teeth. And because I put the black in, I was just giving him a little dot of white in there as well. So once I'm happy that tacket is doing has done its job, I can just get the wicker colour that I used already, which I'm just going to take out of my tub here. That I keep all of these tiny turners in one tub, so I'm never misplacing them, because they're too expensive to lose down the back of a drawer. So I'm just going to colour over that tacket, and it works absolutely perfectly. And so where I accidentally got a bit too much of that pearlescent white, UV. It's now sorted and covered up, and I'm just going to leave it personally. I don't think it's going to get marked or rubbed there. I don't think I need to give it a covering at all with any UV, clear UV. And I'm really happy with him. Isn't he lovely? I did do a tiny little bit of overpouring. He's a little bit too soft at the moment to actually use like the deburring tool. If I was to try and use the deburring tool when those outer edges are still a tiny little bit soft, it will and it can tear your piece. So always be aware of things like that, and you can always wait. You could give it another couple of hours and you're absolutely fine. Luckily for me though, those were just basically flaking off just as I was putting the craft knife into those areas. The only reason I was trying to trim it a little bit now is because I wanted to take some good pictures after this video. I finished filming this video for my glamour shots at the end, but as I said, I was being very careful. But for deburring, I would definitely wait until perhaps the following day. I'm really pleased with that the tack-it really did its job. So I'm not going to be doing anything further today with the Santa. I'm really pleased with that, and that fairy is absolutely stunning. So the last thing that I did was I got some of that pearlescent UV again and just added a little bit on his hat and then a little bit on his underbelly part, because I'd managed to miss that bit. But it was that simple. I just put it on and I cured it. And of course put a little bit of string on the Krampus snake. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I really hope that you're inspired and have a little bit of fun. Please check out the description list below for the playlist. Love you and stay weird. The nerd goblin hums as she ties up bows, crafting magic with glitter that glows. Gerald the gator spins and twirls, throws sparkles high like a disco swirl. No flaw.